Hello everybody, it's Kelly Ellis-Neal coming to you live. I'm stuck in the traffic jam and I said to myself, oh, you have two choices. You can either be like, I'm stuck in a freaking traffic jam, or I could be happy and say I got time to do a live feed. So I'm going to be happy and choose to be happy. You have to choose that positive. If you got a chance to tune into my class at National Training or be there, I know it was, for me, it was a learning lesson. I really have to take sometimes my own advice and really pay attention to that. I learned so much in that class. If you guys are in that class, post below, or if you got to see the winning attitude class, make sure you post below, let me know on live feed. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I know I enjoyed teaching it, and I know sharing that with everybody. Cheryl Forrest did a fantastic job writing that class. I feel like I couldn't even have changed one thing when I read it. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. It's like 4:15. Maybe somebody's stuck in traffic listening to this, and if you are, just think positive thoughts. And that's what Bluetooth is for, and hands-free. Hands-free. I don't have to hold my thing. My sister Casey, I'm so excited. She gave me a suction cup thing so I can do stuff while I travel. Also, great time to hostess coach is while you're stuck in traffic. Pre-program who you're going to call, make a list early in the morning, and get some productivity, something positive done that's going to help you get that financial freedom. And if you are in a multi-level marketing company, whether it's Pure Romance or any of the others, I always say, financial freedom feels good. And who doesn't want financial freedom in their life? I'm going to do a little plug for myself, might as well. Right now we have a kit sale going on. It's incredible. You can get in this business for, like $185 right now. I know I spent $250 when I got in the business, and look where my family has come to this day. I couldn't have done it without my love and support of my friends and family, but also our team of incredible women that have also found financial freedom in the Marilyn Monroes have really, they just energize me every day, and I watch them. And I learned a lot when I was at National Training. I think it was the best national training I've ever been to, honestly, because it really gave me some tools to use to come back with. I have a lot of goals this year, and sometimes you just need that guidance, and it gave me that guidance. I felt like I was on the green track, and green track, I say, is for money. I like to always be on the green track, but it was literally tailor-fitted for my needs, and I really enjoyed the training that Pure Romance offered this time. And I loved listening to the financial advisors and just all the guest speakers. And the one thing that I took away for finances, I think that's what it comes down to. I think we don't make money. I think there's a lot of times we think, and we are, a lot of people are robbing Peter to pay Paul. We are, it's the truth. But sometimes it's really a choice. And sometimes you have to live uncomfortably and sacrifice to live comfortably later on in life. And if you're already living uncomfortably and you already are sacrificing and you have nothing to show for it, that's what I want to talk about today. Where is it going? Where is that money going? Is it going to, right now I'm literally looking at a Starbucks right here. I could turn in right now and go get a Starbucks right now and spend, $3-4. I could, there's a Walmart over here to my left. I could go there right now and spend $300. But where is that spending going? My son, William Patrick Neal, I call him the Blue Boy, taught me a great lesson yesterday in finances. I remember Heather Pillow once said she gave her kids each a budget on back to school shopping, and they had to shop to their budget. And I loved that. I've always loved that. William's always been pretty little, and he didn't really know the difference. So this year, he turned 8 and he's going to 3rd grade. I thought this year's a good year to give him some financial structure and to teach him something new, and that money doesn't grow on trees, and it's not carte blanche. You just don't get whatever you ask for. So You have to earn it. So I said to him, you have a budget of $100 for the school year. And for me, I thought that was tight. I'm thinking all the years in the past, buy him clothes and stuff like that. But I'm blessed to have some great friends and family that have boys that are a few years ahead of William, 10, 11, 12, 13. And William has worn hand-me-downs his whole entire life, always. And last year I might have had to implement a few outfits, maybe we're going to a nice dinner and we just need to give him something, or Easter or something, but very rarely do I need to buy William clothes. Very rarely. And my mom and dad and Jenny, they all, they're great. Your friends and family. So I just didn't really need to buy him any clothes. So I said to myself, in my mind, a book bag's what? $20, $30, $40. I see it, Sports Authority. So I'm thinking, okay, that's a quarter of his budget. And then I'm figuring, those notebooks, he needed 7 of them. I'm thinking $2 each, that's 14. So I pre-budgeted in my head, what I thought he would need to spend, but then I also said it to him, and then we counted, and we had the calculator. We even bumped into one of the awesome teachers at his school who happened to be at the store with us. And when it all was said and done and rung up, and it came out to $28, and yes, there was a pecan roll in there, Aaron Ruth, allegedly, but we got an extra pecan roll. And when the lady asked, do you want to do a donation for the literacy program, William said yes. And she's like, you want to do 25 cents? And he said sure. And she goes, well, there's 3 extra cents or something like that, do you want me to just round it up to an even 28? And William looked at me and he was like, yes, even 28 is perfect. He was conscious of what he was spending. And he turned to me when we walked out of there, and we put everything in the book bag to make sure it could fit, because that's what he's going to carry the first day of school. And when he held his book bag around, he goes, Mom, I love my book bag. I love my book bag. I can't believe we got a book bag for $8, Mom. And I said, you love your $8 book bag? And he's like, yes. It doesn't have any characters on it. It doesn't have any leather. It's not name brand. And it may only last half a year, or rip or something. We'll get another one, whatever. The whole point is, he loved it. He loved his book bag. It didn't have to be anything fancy. And he's excited to go back to school. I said, well, William, whatever you don't spend today will go. He's been asking since I got home from Cincinnati. Actually, before, when I got home from Cancun, he's like, Mom, I want to go to Barnes & Noble's. There's this new book I want, this new book. And I was like, well, you got to be a really good boy to get that book. So I need to get a good report from camp and, Pika and Jenny and my husband Billy. And maybe we'll take a day and go to Barnes & Noble. He's like, I really want to go. So I said, whatever you have left over in your budget, you go to Barnes & Noble's and you can get this new book. Well, he had a lot more money in his budget. So his new book was only $12.99 that he wanted. So we ended up getting 3 books. We still had tons of money left over. And I just feel like financial planning is something you have to teach your children. And it's not something that they're going to ever find out really in school until maybe business school and college. And by then, you're already in debt. The second you start college, you already have a weight that's sitting on you, that the financial burden of college, whether you can take care of it or they have to pay for themselves. I think starting really young with your children, you are truly leaving your legacy behind. And if you didn't get that financial planning advice at a young age, I think that you need to learn. And if you think you don't know the right financial information to pass on to your children, I think it's something that you should really look into. Last year when we were in Las Vegas, Billy decided to start putting 14 or 15% into the 401k plan, where we were only putting 4% in. And this year alone, it's amazing to see the growth. I can't wait to see it 20 years from now. But it's because somebody told us about it. And I always say you don't know till you know, so you definitely want to look into that. They have the SEP IRAs and everything else where you can put your money in before taxes are taken out. There's so much invested, and you're like, Kelly, I don't have any extra money to invest. There's nothing. We need every dollar that we're making right now, and I'm already in the hole, thousands of dollars. Well, you will always be in the hole thousands of dollars if you don't segregate that amount before it even comes into your bank account. If anybody is working a job where you get a salary or something, even if you save an extra $20 every paycheck, it's going to add up for you, and you'll have it as a little cushion or a fund when you need it. And that sacrifice of that $20 will end up being, especially if you're a smoker, oh my gosh, there's so much money going out in tobaccos. I'm not telling you to quit. I'm not telling you to stop vape. I'm just saying, really think about what is going to give you pleasure later on in life instead of that instant gratification right now. Learn to live uncomfortably so you can live comfortably later in life. You know, we're at a place in time in the world where anything could happen. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I had an incredible time last night. I got to meet an amazing woman who has stage, I believe it's stage 4 brain cancer. I do not want to misquote that, but she's surviving right now, and she's getting through. And I know she has 2 beautiful children, and you know, it's amazing to me. Your life is never ever guaranteed, and you want to make sure that you leave whatever you can behind for your children. And the first step in doing that is making the first step in financial planning. I remember when William was born, he was a preemie, and he was coming early, and my girlfriend, as morbid as it sounds, she said, Kelly, you gotta get life insurance. You gotta have this. Michelle Burns, Allstate, with Deborah Wallace, you know, she came to me, she goes, this is important. This is a grown-up adult thing you have to do, and you have to make sure you're covered, your family's covered, and William's covered. Even as a newborn, you know, things can happen, and it can put major financial burdens onto your household. And a living will. There's so many things that we take for granted because we think we're going to be, you know, we think we're going to be there tomorrow to take care of it. Tomorrow may not come. You need to take care of that stuff today. It's really important. And, you know, I know with life insurance, for that alone, once you are diagnosed with a terminal illness or disease, you can never get it. So the extra $13 a month can help your family out in the long term. I know this is a serious topic. I know I'm not the most serious person, but it was just on my heart today to discuss it, because I really think that we think we're young. We think that nothing's going to happen to us. We think we're invincible. We are unstoppable. Don't get me wrong. We are unstoppable. Anything you set your mind to. But you still always have to make sure that you take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, you're really taking care of your family. That's what it's all about, is taking care of your family and your loved ones. It's no different than leaving your legacy. There's no reason to cause hardship onto your family if you can change it by your actions today. And it really comes to educating your children, educating yourself, your spouse. I'm so glad that I brought Bill to the national event last year. You know, he took a lot away from it, and people have different perspectives on it. You know, I didn't realize how important it was till he explained it to me. And then once he explained it to me, I'm like, I get it. I get it. And let's do it. You know, and I don't feel the loss of that 15% taken out last year, because it gets taken out before it comes home. And when it comes home, that's the money that is really tangible for you to use. The other part is for your future and your family's future and your future, and the schooling and everything else in your retirement. They say the average person needs to have $109,000 to retire to literally just survive. So $109,000 literally is going to get you pretty much ramen noodles, a little box room somewhere, and maybe the minimal government health care at $109,000. So if you think you can retire if you think, even if you have $109,000 in your savings, that you are literally living below poverty level at that point for the rest of your life when you retire. So it's time to make conscious decisions in your life. It's time to cut out. I'm not saying deprive yourself. You deserve a lot. You deserve everything you work hard for. But you know, if instead of spending $100 on back to school stuff, if you don't have that, you can go and budget it. You can budget it. It's just about preparation. Preparation is the key to success. Making that list, sticking to that list, not getting every little thing. It doesn't have to be Pokemon. It doesn't have to be Minecraft. And if that's the thing, that's what your children want, then pick one thing out that's going to be that, and the rest is going to be a budget. And I think at the end of the day, I'm not preaching. I'm just having real talk, because I know so many people I know really need to take that advice so that they can flourish and grow. And with that said, opinions don't pay my bills, enthusiasm does. I love you guys so much. I just want the best for everybody out there. And if you can just go and find out a little information about some financial planning, just $10 a paycheck. Make that change today. Make it today. It's never too late. It's never say never. It's never too late to start. Start today. Start tomorrow. Make sure it gets done. And your family will reap from the benefits, and it'll be wonderful. And your life will be glorious. And that's what it's all about. So, love you guys. If you have any questions, post below. I'm not a professional financial planner. I'm a love enhancement specialist. Just my opinion. You know what they say about opinions. 9 out of 10 of them stink. I hope mine wasn't the one that was stinky. I love you guys.